Hi everyone, happy Friday. I hope everyone's had a really good week and I hope you're all doing really well. So I pop on here every Friday if you're new to the group at 5 p.m. UK time. So not sure what time zone everyone's on, because I know that in this group people are basically scattered across the globe, which is amazing. So what you can do is you can pop your questions in the group during the week and I will answer them for you for free. And on Fridays, I talk all about marketing, media, business related questions. So anything you've got that you need support around. And then on Mondays, I also pop onto the group at 5 p.m. UK time and I talk all about mindset. So again, just pop anything that you need answered into the group and I will answer the first 5 questions that I get asked. So I have a question today from 𝐄𝐯𝐞𝐫. And so 𝐄𝐯𝐞𝐫 first of all has asked a little bit about repurposing content and also about, so you're struggling at the moment with marketing funnels on social media and direct sales. Your interest and product response is good, just sales are low. Okay. First of all, I'll just address the repurposing content. There is a video if you want to go back into, I think it's actually in the photos section at the top of the group. Okay, you can click on that and you will find lots of videos on there. And I will go through them if it's not clear and I'll pop on which one is for repurposing content. But I'll just talk a little bit about it now. So for repurposing content is the way that you're going to save time, okay? Because we all get quite overwhelmed when we think we have to be everywhere. Okay, it's great to be everywhere because you can show up to different audiences, okay, and more people get to see you and know about your business and your product. However, you would just spend all your time creating posts and content for all the different platforms, if you don't repurpose. So this is what I do. I come up with a theme for, say, the week ahead, and that theme will be my email blog for the week, because I do a once a week email blog to those on my email list. I do around 3 to 4 Instagram posts. I do one every other day. I should probably do one every day, but I do it every other day. And I do a Facebook post as well on my group and on my page. And I share that across to Twitter, LinkedIn, and to Pinterest as well sometimes, and TikTok occasionally. So I don't do something different for every single platform, okay? Because as I say, you'd be there all day. So what I do is I pick a theme. So the theme generally goes around what I'm going to put for my email list, okay? So those that are on my email list will get more content, okay? I speak a bit longer to those on my email list, and that's the reason I kind of want to get them on my email list, is because they're going to have more. But then I'll take chunks of that and I'll pop it over onto an Instagram post, which then I share over onto my Facebook. Then I make it slightly shorter for Twitter, because obviously Twitter, there's not so many, you can't have so many characters, okay, on Twitter. And then I'll repurpose it again over onto LinkedIn and to Pinterest. So I stick with that same theme for the week ahead, okay? And that's how I repurpose. So I literally just thinking of one thing, and that same thing is going to be repurposed across all of those different platforms, okay? So I'm just taking chunks and repurposing it. So I'm not having to think up lots of different things. And that's basically repurposing content. And also what I would say, if you're struggling for ideas for your posts or your email list that week, have a look back over old content that you've used and see if you can refresh it and revamp it and just reword it a little bit. Because actually, I was thinking about this the other day and I was looking back through my Instagram posts and I was thinking, oh God, I've got like well over 1,000 posts on there. So I kind of went back to like the beginning when I first went onto Instagram and started doing all of this, and I was looking at the different topics that I was speaking about, and actually I've taken some of those topics and I think I'm going to use those again. I'm going to repurpose them. I'm just going to reword them a little bit because, it's still interesting. It's still useful to people. So have a think about things that you have posted and content that you've used in the past and see if you can kind of refresh it a little bit and revamp it, okay? Because sometimes if you're stuck for ideas, as I say, it's easier to look back over what you have used before and just, as I say, refresh it a little bit, okay? So that's a little bit about repurposing. And okay, I'm going to move on to your next question, which was, so you are struggling a little bit with the marketing funnel on social media and getting direct sales, you're getting a lot of interest and product response is good. Okay, so, okay, that's good that you're getting interest and the product response is good. So I'm assuming by that you mean people, you know, you're getting a lot of interaction on social media and so on. People are liking your posts, your content, people are commenting and so on, which is amazing. Okay, that's really good. The sales bit, that's always the hard bit. Okay. Okay. So I've written a couple of things down. You may or may not be doing these things already, okay? But so if you're not, take note. Okay, are you just posting on social media? What are you doing with the people that are coming to your social media platforms? Where are you then directing them to, okay? Because a straight in, all in sales kind of post pitch isn't always the way that you're going to get those sales. It takes time to kind of warm up people. And then, you know, it can take a while before they buy from you. They have to kind of see quite a bit about you first before they then make that decision to buy, like, into your service or your product, okay? So what I would recommend if you're doing is you need a call to action, obviously, on every single post. And I wouldn't say every call to action should be buy and sell. And I know even if you're product based, and that is the whole point, that you're kind of, you're posting a picture of your product, you want to sell it, but I would maybe have a different call to action sometimes other than link here to buy this product. Have a call to action, for example, join my Facebook group, join my emailing list, okay? Having a Facebook group and an emailing list and getting these people into, I'd say, a community is going to be easier for you to then it's going to be easier for them as well to get to know you and your product, your service, and then the more they get to hear from you and see from you, the more they're likely to buy from you, okay? So it's great that you're showing up on social media and you're posting and people are engaging on your page or your Instagram, but yeah, you need to kind of funnel these people into a place where you can get them to really know about you a bit more, okay? Because this is how we sell. This is how we sell. And it might take some time. Some people might see your product straight away and fall in love with it, or your service straight away and fall in love with it and know that they want to buy straight away. But as I say, most people, they have to see it. I think the average is around 5 to 6 times before they actually make that decision to buy, okay? So that could take a while. So definitely set up a Facebook group if you haven't got one already, and 100% have an emailing list as well. Because what you can do with these two things, your Facebook group and your emailing list, is you can make that more exclusive. So when you have offers, for example, either on your service or your product, the people that are in your Facebook group or on your email list or both will be the first to know about any offers that you might have, okay? So any sales that you might have coming up, you know, special offers, sales, a new launch of a new product or a new course that you might have coming out. So these people will be the first to know about it. And you can also, as I say, you can start building a bit of a community in there. So you're not always selling on your email blog, you're not always selling on your Facebook group, because people switch off when it's just sales posts all the time. People switch off, okay? You want to give them something valuable. So it could be anything. I mean, if I think the question was from 𝐄𝐯𝐞 initially. I've just had a quick look on your page and I think you sell clothing, don't you? So what you could do is pop on, talk about your clothing, talk about the production of your clothing, okay? You could talk about, you know, behind the scenes, like the ideas behind it, what inspired you. Capture people's interest by telling a story, okay? This is how you can sell, because when people see your face and see the person behind the brand, that's how you gain their trust, and that's usually when they feel like they want to invest in you, okay? Story sells for definite, 100%. So definitely try these two things. If you haven't already, set up a Facebook group and an emailing list, and on your posts on Instagram and on Facebook, have a call to action that's not always a sales, so that's not always linking. I mean, always obviously have your website and where they can go, because then you will get the people sometimes that will just want to buy straight away. But those that are not making, you know, they're showing the interest but they're not buying, feed them into these areas, the Facebook group and the emailing list, okay? and start to build that relationship with them, okay? Because some people will just switch off if you're not for them and your product's not for them. They'll either unsubscribe, or they won't join your Facebook group, or they'll leave your Facebook group. That's okay. You've got to be okay with that. You've got to understand that, you know, they're not your ideal client. That's fine. There are people out there that are your ideal client, and you can find them. And as I say, bring them into these communities, build a community. So I'm hoping that might have helped you a little bit. So I've just talked a little bit about repurposing content and about how to make those sales, okay? There's nothing worse than, you know, you'd all probably agree with me, when someone's jumping on you trying to sell, like a hard sell. It's off-putting. Even if you really like the product, it puts me off, okay? I've had it in the past with certain things where I've used different coaches before, for example, and I've started to and ah about looking at, you know, their products and their courses. I wanted to think about it. You know, sometimes we just need to think about it. And because they've been at me, I thought, no, I didn't like that energy, okay? I didn't like that vibe. So don't do that. Just know that the ideal client will come to you. They will be drawn to your energy, okay? And this is why showing up like this, like I'm doing now, by the way, in this Facebook group is a prime example, okay? There'll be people that are watching me now that probably don't like me, okay? They don't like my message, they don't like my energy. That's fine, and I'm okay with that. But because I know there's people that will like it, and there will be people that resonate with it, okay? And that's the way the world works. And that's the way sales works, okay? So I'm going to wrap it up there, unless anyone is watching me live and wants to pop any questions in the comments. Otherwise, I will come back on here and monitor this, because I know that some people are watching this on replay. So I'll monitor this for the next sort of 24 hours or so. And if anyone has any questions to ask, I will address them. Other than that, I'll be back on Monday, as I say, at 5 p.m. UK time, talking about mindset. So if there's any questions you want to ask me related to mindset, success mindset, or if you want to ask me any business, marketing, media related questions, I'll be back on next Friday at this time again, okay? So I hope everyone has an amazing weekend. I hope everyone's doing well, but keep chatting away in the group, please, because the group is building, which is amazing. And you never know who you can collaborate with, who you can network with, what opportunities there are, okay, when you sort of put yourself out there. So I will chat to you all again on Monday. So have a good weekend, everyone.